Hi everyone, Pinay New Yorker here trying to do a live stream from New York City today. Okay, there you go. There were flurries earlier, so it's a little colder. We're in New York City. There seems to have been an issue here. They closed. Maybe it's a crane or something. Or was it an accident? I think he sort of got into that. Can you see? I thought he was just parked. Apparently he's not. He hit the scaffolding. Okay. Oops. We're heading to Times Square. We're going to see what's happening there. Welcome to my New York City. People were asking, do I usually stay in a place close to Times Square? I work by Grand Central, so that's a few blocks away. I haven't been to Times Square in a bit because it's been very busy at work. But this is usually where I land. This is Avenue of the Americas or Sixth Avenue. Here. It's a little cold, which is surprising because we started to get warmer already. So we're going to walk all the way to 42nd and from there emerge on 44th into Times Square. Never really gets old. Times Square is always alive. There's always something happening. There's always a lot of people. It's kind of cold as you can see. Jet is actually open. Time I turn it off, it turns off, right? Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, we're supposed to be go. Thank you for the like. Thank you for joining. I'm also trying to see how good my signal is. I'm just streaming from the phone. I try not to be too techy about the equipment I use for YouTube. It's supposed to be something I enjoy doing and a hobby. So I don't want to really kill it with too much technical stuff. Oh my goodness. This is my favorite store and it's closed. I have to find Mo. So this is my favorite souvenir shop, which is gone. I know he opened a shop somewhere else, so he's probably more focused on that one. He says it's by Times Square, so I hope I find it. Gifts on Fifth Avenue is what this was called. Actually, Sixth Avenue, because we are on Sixth Avenue. Sixth Avenue is also known as Avenue of the Americas. it looks like the signal is holding. I hope it is. So yes, people sometimes give me the look because they know I'm taking a video. Some people don't care. And I did look it up. As long as it's in a public space where there's no expectation of privacy, you are allowed to take videos or photos. So we're going to cross here. This is actually 41st Street. We're going to cross here, move on to Broadway. And here to my right is my favorite, Bryant Park. Today we want to go to Times Square. So no Bryant Park for me. Oh my god, now I can feel the cold. Hooey. That is very cold. Okay. So the last couple of days we've experienced milder temperatures. So I've put away the winter coat. I don't know if that's a good idea now that the wind is really ripping. Very, very cold. I am dressed for winter, no gloves, but I am wearing my hat. I have a scarf, not a winter scarf though. And I'm kind of layered. Not enough, I think, but we will see. So the thing about winter is sometimes you think you're okay, and then it turns out it's rather cold. The wind that you're breathing in is actually cold, and that's what gets to your lungs. So we're moving up 42nd to the west side. All the lights work. Oops. Malamig. We in the Philippines would say malamig, which means very cold. When you hear the sirens, to me, that's part of the soundtrack of New York City. That and the many languages you hear here. If those watching can tell me how good the signal is it jumping? Is it dragging? That would be great if you could just leave a comment. The chat is supposed to be on. Hold a sec. Okay, so I am not seeing the chat. Okay. So if you could just leave a comment. so I know who to thank and who to go back to for the return favor later. That would be great. I'm not seeing. Oh, there you go. Liz. Is that Liz? Thank you so much. I have to wear my glasses. I missed what you said, but thank you so much. So I hope the reception is good. This is one of my favorite spots because it really captures the essence of 42nd Street. It's not even Broadway per se. Hello, how are you? Thank you, Liz. Pinay and Spudville, thumbs up. Salamat. I'm trying to see how the live streaming goes. Before I got into an iPhone 14, it wasn't very good and it was a little wobbly. I do use a gimbal, so you can see there's a little fluidity in how the camera is moving, even if I keep walking around. So this is even like I said, this is in Times Square. Yeah, this is 42nd Street, looking towards the west side. Quite a sight, right? You know, I never thought I'd live in the United States, but fate intervened, and I've been here 22 years now. Thank you, Liz, and thank you, Pinay and Spudsville. Oh my God, it's freezing cold. This is winter coat weather, and I'm wearing a transition coat, but I do have a sweater under it. I usually would have a second sweater. So that is such a nice frame.
No, it doesn't. Oh my God. I'm a doctor, I know. You didn't know that buttons don't have fingers.
I'm going to go past. I'm trying to think if I'm going to go to Jollibee. Okay, let's cross.
Your fingers don't have
It is very, very cold. So we're approaching Times Square. It's a few blocks, and there are actually 2 pillars of ads. And that in itself is very interesting. Oh, hi Liz. Very cold in Pennsylvania too, right? Same here. That's why I'm not dressed for the cold weather tonight. It was like 50 something in New York. And then around an hour ago, there were flurries. It stopped already and it didn't stick, but still, the fact that flurries fell means the temperatures did drop. Such fickle weather. I was beginning to turn optimistic with the way the temperatures got milder. I thought, hey, spring's around the corner. But we really shouldn't be complaining because I heard somewhere in other states they're experiencing a lot of snow, snowstorms, etc. And it looks like the worst that we're going to get is more rain. Okay, crossing. Sorry. So Jollibee is right over there. I've taken so many vids of Jollibee but haven't really eaten there yet, although they've been here a while. So I have visited their original Manhattan location, which is like, I think 4 blocks away. But, so yeah, there's Jollibee. Tables are wet. So this is one side of Times Square. Oh, sorry. There you go. Let's go see who's performing. We have a lot of street performers here in New York, much like in any other state.
down to New Orleans. I wanna go down to New Orleans. What are you gonna do? Wait.
I'm gonna see that Mardi Gras.
Come on now. Hey, hey.
Thank you guys. We are the Brass Monkeys. That's right, the Brass Monkeys. Please, guys, if you like what you're hearing, you can show us some love. We got a tip bucket right over there. You can leave your cash. You can leave some money.
Look, if you stop by and you like us,
Looks like there's an argument about the space. Oh, they're allowed to be here. They're allowed to be here. Yes. He pays for the right to sell over there, but they can play. Musicians are allowed to play anywhere in New York City.
you can't go right there. Yo, get out my face, man. Get out my face. Hey.
Like his attitude. You might call the police.
What is this? What is this?
Yeah, it's Mardi Gras. Yeah, we from New Orleans. Yeah, we want to hear it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's Mardi Gras time.
Ain't nobody We don't need a permit. We don't need a permit. No, we don't. No, we don't. How many cops in the wrong line are you getting? How many cops get out of here? Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Okay, I'm not going to go nowhere. Get out of here. Can y'all believe that there's someone out here that doesn't want to hear music? Like, really? Like, wow.
This is New York. You're allowed to play wherever you want as long as you're not obstructing people, and they're at the corner. Where are the cops? I'm sure there's a lot of them here. So this is Times Square. And they're getting really emotional over there because the guy who has the card is telling them They have no right to be playing music there, but in New York City, you can be anywhere and you can play your music. There you go. I'd listen to music any day, anytime over hateful speech or anything that is not kind. Can't find the cops. Usually there's a ton of cops over here. That place where the US American flag is actually a police station. They're probably all patrolling somewhere. If we find anybody, we're going to tell them they might need to intervene over there. Interesting, right? So they're still discussing, so the music stopped. So that's the Brass Monkeys. And they were playing, and the guy who owns that stall over there, and he pays for that stall, yes, told them they have no right to be too near or very near where he's at. So it looks like the musicians are moving. That's where that goes. Oh, they're moving over there. There's enough space. I mean, Times Square is huge. And there's a lot of people here. Oh, sorry. I am not being mindful. Believe it or not, this goes on until midnight or even past it. It's a better vista. Gorgeous. People are fighting over there. And you can take pictures with these characters. Charge. So there's no such thing as a free picture. A lot of people hold hands, which I heard is very popular. I can't relate, but hey, Line Francis, Line Francis. Hey, Line Francis, Line Francis. Line Francis. And then they had used to have like all these books. Okay. I can't really last very long because it's very, very. So I will be heading back soon. I just wanted to try and. Are you okay? So they have that spot for as long as that whole billboard.